Did you know that at this very moment, billions of cells in your body are listening to you? Everything you think, everything you say, every emotion you feel is being registered by your biology. Today, you'll discover how to communicate directly with the intelligence of your body to heal any aspect of your life. Every word you speak is a direct command to your cells. The question is, are you giving them orders of illness or healing? In the next few minutes, you'll learn how to reprogram your inner dialogue to activate your self-healing power like never before. Your body is constantly listening to you, and the time has come for you to start speaking to it in a completely new way. Because when you understand how to communicate with your cells, everything changes. Healing stops being an external process and becomes an intimate conversation between you and every part of your being. Let's start with a fundamental truth that will forever transform the way you view health and illness. Every thought you have creates a biochemical response in your body. This isn't a metaphor, it's pure science. When you think about something that causes stress or fear, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline, your muscles tense up, your breathing accelerates, your immune system weakens. Conversely, when you generate thoughts of love, gratitude, and peace, your body produces endorphins and oxytocin, and your immune system strengthens. Louise Hay explained it brilliantly. We are responsible for everything that happens to us. Every thought we think is creating our future. The point of power is always in the present moment. This means that right now, with the thought you're having, you're directly influencing how your cells behave. Think about the last time you felt really stressed. Did you notice how your body responded? Perhaps you felt a knot in your stomach, tension in your shoulders, a headache. Your body was literally responding to what your mind was telling it. Now imagine that you can reverse that process. Because you can. Let's do a simple exercise. Close your eyes for a moment, place a hand over your heart and repeat these words. My body is wise. My body is strong. My body knows how to heal itself. Breathe deeply while visualizing golden light flowing through each cell. Can you feel the difference? That subtle shift is the beginning of conscious communication with your cells. If you truly want to transform your health and your life, you need to commit to this new language. Subscribe now to this channel to receive more powerful practices like the one you're experiencing today. Your body doesn't just listen to your words, it also responds to every emotion you feel. And this is where many people get trapped, allowing unprocessed negative emotions to become physical blockages in the body. And that's what we'll talk about in the next point. The second crucial aspect to communicating with your cells is understanding that repressed emotions are stored in your body as cellular memory. Every time you deny an emotion, every time you tell yourself, I shouldn't feel this, or I have to be strong, that emotion doesn't disappear. It registers in your cells, creating patterns of tension that over time can manifest as illness. Louise Hay always emphasized that disease is simply the physical body trying to tell us that we have created thoughts that don't serve us. Every ailment has an emotional component, a message that your body is trying to communicate to you. For example, respiratory problems are often related to feeling unworthy of taking up space, of not being able to fully breathe in life. Back pain frequently reflects the feeling of not being supported or carrying too many responsibilities. Digestive problems are usually linked to the inability to digest certain experiences or emotions. Have you ever wondered why certain physical problems appear at specific moments in your life? Or why some ailments seem to be linked to certain emotional states? It's not a coincidence. It's your body speaking to you in the only language it knows: physical sensations. Let's do an exercise to release cellular memory. Identify a part of your body where you feel discomfort or chronic tension. Place your hand there, close your eyes and ask it directly. What emotion are you holding? What do you need me to understand? Breathe deeply and allow any image, word, or sensation to emerge without judgment. Then visualize how that emotion transforms into light and is released with each exhalation. Repeat this mantra. I release you with love. I no longer need this emotion. I choose peace and healing. This simple practice can unlock years of repressed emotions that have been affecting your health without you knowing it. But the real transformation happens when you start practicing this regularly, not just when a symptom appears. Have you noticed how your body responds immediately when you change your emotional state? Observe how you feel right now after doing this exercise. Communication with your cells isn't something mystical or abstract. It's a tangible experience that you can feel in real time. Now, there's an even more powerful aspect to this conversation with your body, and that's the power of specific affirmations. And that's what we'll talk about in the next point. The third fundamental element for effectively communicating with your cells is the use of specific affirmations directed at organs and systems of the body. It's not the same to say, "I am healthy," as it is to speak directly to your immune system, your heart, or your lungs. Louise Hay discovered that when we speak directly to specific parts of the body, the response is much more immediate. She said, "An affirmation opens the door. It's the starting point on the path to change." And when that affirmation is directed precisely where change is needed, the power multiplies. Think of your cells as millions of little listeners waiting for clear instructions. When you speak to them with precision, they know exactly what to do. It's like the difference between telling someone, "Do something useful around the house," versus specifically saying, "Please wash the dinner dishes." Clear instruction generates clear action. For example, if you have digestive problems, instead of simply thinking, "I want to feel better," you can communicate directly with your digestive system by saying, "My digestive system functions in perfect harmony. Every cell in my stomach and intestines knows exactly how to process food and absorb the nutrients I need. I release all tension in this area and allow energy to flow freely." Or if you're dealing with a weakened immune system, you can say, "My immune cells are strong, wise, and efficient. They perfectly recognize what is beneficial for my body and what should be eliminated. I appreciate their tireless work protecting my health day and night." Can you feel the difference between a general affirmation and one that speaks directly to a specific system? It's like going from shouting in an empty room to having an intimate face-to-face conversation. Let's practice together. Think of a part of your body that needs attention right now. It can be any organ, system, or area. Place your hands on that area and breathe deeply. Now, speak to it directly. "Dear cells of my," name the body part, "I recognize you, I value you, and I love you. I know you have the innate wisdom to function in perfect harmony. I ask you to remember your natural state of health and vitality. I send you my love and gratitude for the work you do every day." Repeat this practice 3 times a day for at least 21 days and observe how your body begins to respond. Specific affirmations aren't instant magic. They're an ongoing conversation that reprograms cellular memory over time. If you're receiving value from this video, share it with someone you think could benefit from these practices. The knowledge of healing is a gift that multiplies when shared. But there's something else you need to understand for this communication to be truly effective. And that is that your cells respond not only to what you say, but to the emotion with which you say it. And that's what we'll talk about in the next point. The fourth crucial aspect to communicating with your cells is understanding that emotion is the language your body understands best. You can repeat the most powerful affirmations, but if they're not infused with genuine emotion, they'll be like empty words carried away by the wind. Louise Hay constantly emphasized that it's not just the words, but the feeling behind the words that creates change. When you speak to your cells from unconditional love, deep gratitude, or unwavering faith, you're communicating on a frequency that resonates at the cellular level. Think of it as the difference between receiving a text message that says, "I love you," and hearing those same words whispered with genuine emotion by someone who truly loves you. The words are identical, but the impact is completely different. Your body can perfectly distinguish between a mechanical affirmation and one that's charged with authentic emotion. In fact, scientific studies have shown that our emotions generate electromagnetic fields that can be measured several meters outside the body. This field directly affects our cells and can even influence DNA. Have you ever noticed how certain prayers or mantras touch you deeply when you recite them with your heart, while other times the same words seem hollow? The difference lies in the emotional state from which you pronounce them. Let's do an exercise to enhance your affirmations with conscious emotion. Think of a quality you want to cultivate in your body. It could be strength, vitality, balance, calm. Now, before making your affirmation, evoke a memory where you fully felt that quality. If it's strength, remember a time when you felt incredibly strong, physically or emotionally. Relive that sensation throughout your body. Once the emotion is present, place your hands on your heart, and from that elevated emotional state, speak to your cells. Every cell in my body vibrates with "name the quality." This sensation of quality flows through my blood, my bones, my organs, every fiber of my being. My body remembers how it feels to be in a state of perfect and natural quality. The key is to maintain that elevated emotion while you speak. If you notice it fading, go back to evoking the memory or sensation. With practice, you'll be able to generate these healing emotions at will, without needing a specific memory. When you master the art of combining powerful words with elevated emotions, you're using the original language of life itself. It's as if you're speaking to your cells in their native language, rather than using an approximate translation. Have you wondered why some people miraculously recover from terminal illnesses? Often, what they have in common is precisely this ability to generate and maintain elevated emotional states of absolute certainty in their healing. But there's a fifth element, perhaps the most important of all, that completes this cellular communication and marks the difference between temporary results and permanent transformation, and that's what we'll talk about in the next point. The fifth and deepest level of communication with your cells is creating an inner environment of unconditional love. This is the determining factor that Louise Hay discovered after decades of working with thousands of people. She summed it up brilliantly. Love is the most powerful healing force there is. When you create an internal environment of unconditional love, your cells receive the most powerful message of all. You are safe, you are valued, you can let go of defense and dedicate yourself to regeneration. And this is the key that conventional medicine often overlooks. Unconditional love for your body means accepting it as it is now, even as you work to transform it. It means stopping criticizing your imperfections and beginning to see each cell as a living miracle that works tirelessly for you. Most of us have grown up with a conflicted relationship with our body. We criticize it, compare it, punish it, force it, and then we wonder why it doesn't respond the way we want. It's like expecting a child who constantly receives criticism and punishment to flourish and develop with confidence. It simply doesn't work that way. Louise Hay taught us that criticizing our body sends a direct message of rejection to every cell. Every time you look in the mirror and think, "I hate my thighs" or "my skin looks terrible," you are literally programming your cells to reflect that negative perception. Conversely, when you look at your body with gratitude and appreciation, even the parts you've criticized, you're sending a message of acceptance that allows the true healing process to begin. Have you noticed how your body responds when you treat it with love instead of judgment? Perhaps you've noticed that after a day of constant self-criticism, you feel heavier, more tired, while on days when you genuinely appreciate yourself, you seem to have more energy and vitality. Let's perform a transformative exercise of unconditional love for your cells. Each morning upon waking, before getting out of bed, place your hands on your heart and take a moment to feel gratitude for your body exactly as it is today. Then, mentally, go through each part of your body, from head to toe, saying, "I love you and accept you exactly as you are. Thank you for everything you do for me." When you come to a part that you find difficult to love, stop there longer. Breathe into that area and ask yourself, what does this part of me need to feel completely loved and accepted? Listen to the answer and commit to honoring it. This simple exercise can create a profound change in the way your cells respond, because they are receiving, perhaps for the first time, a consistent message of unconditional love instead of criticism or indifference. Always remember these words from Louise Hay. If you really loved yourself enough, you would never do anything to harm yourself. Self-love is not selfishness. It's the essential foundation of all true healing. When you speak to your cells from this space of unconditional love, you're activating what scientists call the placebo effect, which is nothing more than the body's innate ability to heal when it believes healing is possible. The difference is that now you're doing it consciously, directing this natural capacity to where you need it most. If you've enjoyed this information and want to continue learning how to communicate with the innate intelligence of your body, make sure to activate the notification bell so you don't miss any video in this series. And now, we come to the crucial point where everything we've talked about integrates into a deeper understanding of what it really means to talk to your cells, to direct your conscious healing. When you give your body these 5 keys, conscious thoughts, emotional release, specific affirmations, elevated emotions, and unconditional love, you're creating a symphony of communication that your cells cannot ignore. This is not a magical or mystical process. It's simply aligning yourself with the natural laws that govern life in all its forms. It's recognizing that the same intelligence that beats your heart without you having to think about it, that breathes for you while you sleep, that heals a wound without you having to consciously direct it, is the same intelligence you can invoke to transform any aspect of your health. Louise Hay expressed it perfectly. Remember, you are at the only point of power, the present. It doesn't matter how long you've been repeating negative thought patterns, how long you've been criticizing your body or ignoring its signals. The present moment is always your point of power, and it's from here that you can begin to speak a new language with your cells. Your body is waiting for your instructions. Every cell is literally vibrating in anticipation of a new message. And that message can begin right now. Think about how many times a day you talk to your body. Every time you look in the mirror, every time you feel a discomfort, every time you dress, eat, exercise, all are opportunities to communicate with your cells. The question is, what are you telling them? From today on, I invite you to be deliberately conscious of this communication, to choose words that honor the wisdom of your body, emotions that nourish each cell, thoughts that create the perfect environment for healing. Because when you speak to your cells in this way, you're not just transforming your physical health. You're transforming your relationship with yourself, with your emotions, with your past and your future. You're reclaiming your power as the creator of your experience. Your challenge from today on is this. Write in the comments your personal commitment to this practice. Complete this phrase. I choose to speak to my cells with love and clarity, and today I commit to. Share your intention with this community to strengthen it and make it real. Remember that this is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you find it easy to maintain this conscious communication and days when old patterns want to return. In those moments, be kind to yourself. Self-criticism has never healed anyone. If you really want to master the art of communicating with your cells, subscribe now to this channel, share this video with those you think could benefit, and activate the bell to receive notifications of future videos where we'll delve deeper into these conscious healing practices. Because when you learn to speak the language of your cells, you become the author of your own healing story. And that's the true essence of Louise Hay's message. You have the power, you've always had it, to create health, harmony, and fullness in every aspect of your life. Start today. Talk to your cells, and watch as the miracle of conscious healing unfolds from within, transforming not just your body, but your entire life experience.